Anon. Dear TGC, I was listening to the iPoke story the other day, which was brilliant, and chuckling over the TGC motif of the father and wondering whether any of this shit really happens in real life. And then I had what I can only describe as a PTSD flashback to something that I've tried to bury for my whole adult life. Now I desperately need your help. Fuck, desperately is a great word.
Yeah.
I desperately need your help. When I was 13, I was a kid at a very old-fashioned boarding school in the UK. I was a budding leg spinner and was captain of the school team. There were only 100 people at the school, so in reality, I was the least shit. I had been initiated in the dark arts of leg spin by my father, who could be politely described as an eccentric, but who is in fact absolutely mad. He bowled comically slow and looping leg spin and would turn out for a Sunday team where he would routinely end up with figures of something like 4 for 145, losing his side of the game but basking in the glory of having 4 batsmen caught it long on, going for a third six in a row. This is a man who had a skin lesion removed one summer but told everyone that the scar was from an operation to remove a tendon so that he could get the flipper out more easily. Hopefully you get the idea. Anyway, back to this school which held an annual Sons v Fathers match, but because it is a strange old-fashioned school, it's taken pretty seriously. An all-day game with lunch and tea and all the rest of the school and other parents watching. Fuck. My dad's the captain of his team and he is taking this game fucking seriously. He's found out that one of the slightly younger dads bowls quite quickly, and it gives him full license to go after these 13-year-olds with men, actual grown men, all around the bat. A few overs later, he brings himself onto bowl and immediately gets a wicket with a kid running halfway down the pitch to one of his grenades, completely missing it and getting stumped by 8 yards. And I'm now in, and he's bowling. Feeling a bit tense, I make a shit joke to the non-striker on the way out that I can still remember. So what's this guy bowling? And then I take guard. First ball comes out of his hand and sails up into the air. I have about 10 seconds to decide on a shot. It starts on around leg stump, so I prod my foot out down the line of leg stump and then the fucking thing starts to drift further down the leg side. I can't move my leg again, so I decide to just aim a half-hearted leg glance at it, confident that it won't turn back far enough to cause any issues. As it goes behind my pad, it turns back and catches and clashes into my leg stump. I can't believe it. There are about 200 people watching, and I've got out first ball to my 55-year-old father who struggles to project the ball from one end of the pitch to the other. There's an awkward hush amongst the other parents. The keeper says bad luck. I think one of the fielders even questions whether you can be out first ball in this game, which only makes things worse. I'm in a bit of a daze, but I look up to see my dad standing in the middle of the pitch with his hands up above his head, just roaring to himself. He had a beard at the time, and the best image I can think of for the comparison is the QAnon shaman in the Capitol with the furry hat. He does this for a while, and I have to walk off past him. He doesn't say anything to me, the ultimate unspoken champing. Fuck, that's brutal. Anyway, now that I've remembered this suppressed nightmare, what the fuck do I do about it? Even writing this has brought on cold sweats. I can't concentrate on anything anymore, and I don't know how to move on with my life. As he basically calls this memory to resurface, please help. Anon, not QAnon.
Yeah. Oh, this jarred me, this story. This concerned me. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, these father-son matches need to be looked at. They're dangerous.
Yeah, they
need to be looked at by school psychologists.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because, I mean, just given what we've explored through the years on this show and the amount of sheer amount of correspondence we've had reacting to father issues, I mean, what a frightening experience, father v son matches, and how damaging can they be in terms of your memory? Something to think about on a serious level. Now, father's been presented as an eccentric. That's all fine. Spinners are. And I like the story about him having a skin lesion removed and saying, I just need to get the flipper out better. That's funny. Yeah. And you can say, if son follows in the footsteps, that's quite funny walking out to bat and saying, what's this guy bowl? Yeah. At his dad's. He follows in his footsteps a little bit there.
He's aware, self-aware.
Yeah.
He's 13.
Now, he sort of explains that his dad is pretty much a shit bowler who tosses it up absolute fucking, nude nuts.
Yeah.
But he's fucking bowled him around his legs.
Yeah.
Okay? It's impossible to do that without work on the ball.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's a good ball.
If you've moved your leg, you can't move it anymore, and you offer a half-hearted leg glance, it's obviously not so slow that you're able to readjust. So it's a good delivery.
And it also has to be on turf wicket because it can't be an Astro.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would just bounce over the top of the stumps.
That's right. That's right.
It's got to be turf.
Yeah. I mean, if it is Astro, it's a... Because, look, yeah, it can happen. If it is Astro, the ball's pitched very close to the stumps, and so if you've missed a full toss.
Yeah, or halfway down.
Yeah.
In which you deserve to be humiliated.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a rich school, so we're gonna say it's turf. It's probably a better fucking wicket than first class cricket.
Yeah, it's Lords.
But, yeah.
It's a nursery ground, the Lords.
So the thing that sort of struck me was how your dad got you out, roaring admittedly, but didn't say anything or didn't give you any emotion. And I just wondered, maybe as a father myself, like, I don't know how you describe this moment, but like he has alphaed you, but he's also exposed his own progeny's beaterdom. And that could result in an implosion because no father wants to learn their son is a beater in front of others. And we all know that, don't we?
We all know that.
But if you're the one who exposes it, and you've got you've alphaed your son, like it's literally, that's the moment. The father and the son competes, and the father has bested the son.
Yeah.
Now, as a father, I can only imagine it would be very hard to carry those two ideas at the same time.
Right.
Which is probably why he said nothing. This jokester, this court jester man who's got a fucking quip for everything, bowls his son around his legs, and he's just suddenly silenced himself.
Yeah.
His life, in a way, is fucking over.
He's vexed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just learning that he has become the alpha.
That's a great point. When you think about these father-son games,
yes,
I do. What son is organising that? It's just a chance for the fucking dads to turn up in a convertible in their midlife crisis and show, I've still got it.
Yeah, and swing their dicks around with each other.
I can still best these young men.
Yeah.
I'm still the alpha. I've still got years left in my life. I can grow my hair back if I just use this one weird trick.
Yeah.
My erection can be as strong as ever. I'm going to bowl my son around in my legs. Yeah. Fuck, now I've humiliated him publicly. What have I done to myself? What's this done to my psyche? These games are fucked.
They're fucked. They're fucked. I think you can take some solace. Anon. You can take some solace from the fact that he was roaring. You know, if you were a terrible cricketer and he'd properly humiliated you.
Yeah.
Like.
That's on you.
Head back to the nets, you fucking embarrassment. No. He's only going to be roaring because he, by extension thinks you're a decent enough player. So there's a backhanded compliment to it.
Sure.
But otherwise, I'm just a bit off about father-son matches altogether. There's too much danger there for whatever you get out of it.
If you've got a good experience of a father-son match, I'm not sure I really want to know it because we'll just break it down and we'll tell you how you're wrong.
Can we keep going? If you're a dad, right, don't you, what are you after with a father-son match?
Yeah.
If you're after the basic bitch stuff of like, I'm going to fucking make my son look like a bitch, I'm going to dominate him or whatever, you're going to be looked down upon.
You're a fucking idiot.
And you are, like among adults, especially at private school and stuff, really you're going to destroy, unless your son is like some fucking king in waiting and you actually just knock him down a peg for your own enjoyment.
It might be.
It doesn't sound like it.
It could be King
Doesn't
George.
sound like he can't get the ball the other end.
Yeah.
Apparently. So how do you play it as a dad? Like, isn't the best way to do the false humility is what I'm saying. Like, isn't the best way to, like, your son destroys you, you still take him home in the convertible or your luxury SUV, if you will.
In these private school fixtures, of which I've never been part of, like the father-son game. Oh, no, I did play a father-son game once. I've repressed it, though. I don't really remember what happened in it.
Well, fuck, something must have fucking happened. Wow, we've had a whole chat about father-son matches and it's just occurred to you had one.
Fuck. Okay, bring the doll in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way the flex, though, between fathers surely is like, well, my bonus came in this month, and it's probably that kind of gear. Because I think that the father going into this game thinks he wants something, and that's to show up his son that he is the alpha. But once that occurs, he must have this sinking feeling. It's like, you ever watch porn, then like you finish and you're like, what the fuck was I just watching just then? Same feeling. Massive letdown.
What the fuck was I just watching just then?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as that, mate.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think the ideal result for the father. It's kind of like you actually probably want your progeny to dominate other fathers, don't you? That'd be the way to do it. And then when you decide that his time is up, you then end it. That's probably the way to do it. And then some father wants to have a coffee with you in the hope of getting a job where you're the manager.
If that's exactly it. Now, if you were playing in that game, would you want to score runs against your dad in front of other people?
Mate, fucking oath. I played with my dad once on the same side. It was like a barristers v union guys. That was a workers' comp barrister, and then I got subbed in 13-14 player of promise.
Yeah.
And at the time, I had it was probably a special moment for my dad.
Sure.
But I was such an animal for cricket. All I wanted to do was dominate everything. Yeah. Well, I just went out there and just smashed blokes around that I don't mean this actually sounds bad for me. Blokes are probably just trying to enjoy the day and whatever. I was single-mindedly focused on just destroying attacks. I didn't care who was in the way. I wanted to bat. I wanted the ball. Yeah, no, that was my peak though. Obviously, as a 13-year-old peak, but
sure.
I wanted the bat. I wanted the ball. That was it. There was no romance for me. I had no other conception other than all I want to do is score heaps of runs and for my dad to love me.
How'd that go?
I made 31 not out. What do you think, Dad?
And I never got that hug. We're not getting Maccas. You can blame my son.